Penguin Audio presents Fat Chance, Beating the Odds Against Sugar, Processed Food, Obesity, and Disease by Rob Lustig. Read by Jonathan Todd Ross. Introduction. Time to think outside the box. We just eat too damn much. Governor Tommy Thompson, Republican, Wisconsin, U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services, Today, NBC, 2004. Indeed, we do. That's it. Thanks for buying this book. You've been a great audience. I'm out of here. Well, that's what the U.S. government would have you believe. All the major U.S. governmental health agencies, the Centers for Disease Control, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the Institute of Medicine, the National Institutes of Health, and the U.S. Surgeon General, say that obesity results from an energy imbalance, eating too many calories, and not getting enough physical activity. And they are right, to a point. Are we eating more? Of course. Are we exercising less? No doubt. Despite knowing this, it hasn't made any difference in the rates of obesity or associated diseases. More to the point, how did this epidemic happen, and in such a short interval of just 30 years? People say, the food is there, and it is. But it was there before. People say the TV is there, and it is. But it was there before, and we didn't have this caloric catastrophe. There's more to this story, way more, and it's not pretty. Everyone blames everyone else for what has happened. No way is it their fault. Big Food says it's a lack of activity due to computers and video games. The TV industry says it's our junk food diet. The Atkins people say it's too many carbohydrates. The Ornish people say it's too much fat. The juice people say it's the soda people say it's the juice. The schools say it's the parents say it's the schools. And since nothing is for sure, nothing is done. How do we reconcile all these opinions into a cohesive whole that actually makes sense and creates changes for the better for each individual and for all society? That's what this book is about. Food is not tobacco, alcohol, or street drugs. Food is sustenance. Food is survival. Most important, food is pleasure. There are only two things that are more important than food: air and water. Shelter's a distant fourth. Food matters. Unfortunately, food now matters even more than it should. Food is beyond a necessity. It's also a commodity, and it has been reformulated to be an addictive substance. This has many effects on our world, economically, politically, socially, and medically. There's a price to pay, and we're paying it now. We pay with our taxes, our insurance premiums, and our airline fares. Nearly every bill we receive in the mail has an obesity surcharge that we underwrite. We pay in misery, worsening school scores, social devolution, and we pay in death. We pay for all of it one way or another because the current food environment we have created does not match our biochemistry. And this mismatch is at the heart of our medical, social, and financial crisis. Worse yet, there is no medicine for this. There is no edict, ordinance, legislation, tax, or law that can solve this alone. There is no quick fix. But the problem is resolvable if we know what's really going on, and if we really want to resolve it. In his 2004 book, Food Fight, Kelly Brownell of Yale University talks about obesity and the toxic environment we now live in, a euphemism for our collective bad behaviors. I am going a step further. I'm interested in whether there is something actually toxic, I mean poisonous, going on here. Even laboratory animal colonies have been getting fatter over the past 20 years. Every good story needs a villain. While I am loath to reveal it this early in the book, I won't keep you in suspense. It's sugar, the Professor Moriarty of this story, a substance that now permeates nearly all food and drink worldwide. It's killing us, slowly, and I'll prove it. Every statement throughout this book is based on scientific study, historical fact, or recent statistics. I'm a physician. We take an oath. Primum non nocere. First, do no harm. But there's a paradox in this statement. When you know the final
Sample complete. Ready to continue?